Hello and welcome to Second Place Chasers with me, Keith.
And me, Jack.
This week I'll be talking about how QPR have contracted Cifuentes and whether they'll be able to get rid of him.
And I'm just going to go on about Nketiah.
Who?
Nketiah.
Never heard of him.
You will.
Good evening, Jack.
Good evening, Keith.
How did game week 10 treat you?
Marvellously. Absolutely marvellously.
How come?
105 points on a single game week is pretty neat.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah. Selling Antonio and bringing in Nketiah, who scored a hat-trick. That was pretty fine manoeuvring on my part.
It was pretty, I'll have to say, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
There was a moment in last week's pod where you were talking about Jesus and talking about Nketiah, and I said, oh, Jesus got injured this morning. I went, oh.
Yeah, because I'd already planned to... I said I was either going to do a keeper change, which would have been Flecken or Areola, which would have not been as many points as Flecken got.
Yeah.
Or I was going to go Antonio to Nketiah, because I thought Nketiah might come off the bench and get something.
Yeah.
Then I found out Jesus was injured.
You knew he was going to start,
Yeah.
so...
Yeah, there you go. Hat-trick.
That was a lovely hat-trick as well.
It was a good hat. Well, he poached the first two. They were just left go a bit.
Yeah, but that's what he's there for.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
He's good at cleaning up. The third goal was nice, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah, points all over the place. I think I had 2 blanks, and that was it.
Who were the blanks? That's probably quicker to go through than the ones with points.
Trippier.
Yeah.
Who had a terrible game. He's looking tired.
Yeah, Newcastle did look tired, actually.
Yeah.
I think the
The
European
Dortmund
games
game took it out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Gordon blanked as well, and he was nowhere to be seen from the mini-match.
I think Trippier also suffers from... Well, not suffers from, but he likes to have Murphy in front of him.
Right,
to protect him a little bit. Sort of like Trent did when Henderson used to cover for him when he went forward.
But it's, it could just be a temporary thing. If he gets rested in the AFL Cup tomorrow...
Oh, that's right, that's tomorrow morning, those games, aren't
they're playing United, who they lost to in the final last season, so they want to win that. But I'm just looking at Gordon and Trippier, they just looked wasted.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see who starts that one, because they're a bit light on numbers at the moment. Yeah. Back onto my team.
Yes.
Yeah. Flecken, 6 points. How Chelsea managed to not score again, we'll never know.
Yeah, Chelsea are a strange one, aren't they?
Yeah. They're rubbish. Yeah. Cash came off just before the Martinez own goal, so he got a clean sheet.
That's right. Another
5 points.
Martinez own goal that came off the...
Yeah.
It came off the crossbar onto his
That's
back.
his second this season, isn't it? Yeah, I see Lockyer got an own goal in that one too. That's his second this season.
Well, if Lockyer didn't knock that in, it was heading straight to Watkins.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. But it wasn't going in on its own.
No.
Yeah.
But as maybe Lockyer thought, well, I'll score an own goal rather than you get one, which we often do at indoor.
Yeah.
We go, well, it's better me scoring an own goal than you getting one.
That's regular practice.
Which is a weird sort of logic, but...
Yeah, but we don't get fantasy league points.
Well, that's true. I'd be on minus for the season.
Yeah. So, Shimikas, another clean sheet, 6. Diaby, goal and an assist.
Yeah, that's
13.
nice.
That was good. Salah got 8. Maddison 6 on 10. Then up front, Haaland as captain, 32.
That was nice.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
And Nketiah was 17.
You sort of sensed that Haaland was going to bang one.
Yeah.
At least 1 or 2 in against United.
He likes scoring against United.
Well, who doesn't these days?
Yeah, not many. Even Sheffield score against United.
Yeah, I think United are more of a basket case than Chelsea at the moment.
That's true.
I can see Chelsea getting their way out of it.
Yeah.
But United, I don't know.
Well, they've lost 5 of 10 now. That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Not doing well in Europe either.
No. Do you want to keep talking about your 105 points and just how it made you feel when you saw?
Oh, I was kind of fist pumping the air and
No, you weren't.
Screaming and...
you don't do that sort of thing.
No, I didn't, actually. I was kind of half asleep, looked at it, and went, that's not right. Went back to sleep, woke up, it is right.
Yeah.
And then I haven't shut up about it since, really.
Really?
Yeah.
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 Well, at 105 points in a normal game week, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'd be... No one... Is that the first time someone's broken 100 this season in our league?
It might be. It's the first time I've broken 100 in...
Because I've had 99, and someone else had 99 that week. And then Sirius had 99 on a different week.
Yeah. Might be.
I think it might be.
Yeah. And it gave me a good little boost up the table. So.
You did move up the table nicely again. And you won another head-to-head game.
Won a head-to-head game by 50 points.
Against my nephew that I play this week.
Yeah.
Nicky.
If you want a tip, Nketiah.
You think that's his weakness?
Yeah.
Maybe his weakness is just his team's not that good.
It could be that, yeah. I think there's no Haaland in that team, so...
He's a Liverpool fan, so he probably has Liverpool players.
Probably Salah and Szoboszlai.
Would you like to hear how my team went this week?
Yeah, you can.
Or do you still want to talk about yours for a bit?
I think if I spend the whole evening talking about my team, people might get bored.
I think they're bored already.
Okay. We'll take a look at your team and then they'll switch off.
Yeah. Well, I got 82 points. Played my wild card because I wanted Salah in. Yeah. And I couldn't do it without spending a lot of points. And
like I did a few weeks ago to get him in.
Yeah. And even then, I still would have wanted more changes after that. Whereas now, I think I can leave it. I'll leave it for a week and get 2 free. I had Tsimikas and Cash. Areola got me, 3? I had Tsimikas and Cash. Tsimikas came off the bench because Udogie and Gabriel didn't play, so I had Tsimikas and Taylor off the bench. Taylor scored a goal.
That doesn't happen very often.
It doesn't. I think that might be his first goal. Is it first goal for Burnley, or his first goal
in the league
in a long time? So they both got 6. Cash, Son, Bowen, Salah, Adingra, and Saka. Adingra probably should have got a goal. Bowen, he looked sort of.
I felt
half all right, but
I felt with West Ham, because Moyes dropped Souček so he could play Kudus in the middle.
Yeah,
I felt like Bowen and Kudus were getting in each other's way all the time. So I don't know how he's going to go with that. Obviously this week Paquetá's out, so he might move.
And Alvarez. So that's their proper midfielders.
Yeah, so that would mean Souček's coming back in. I just wonder if
it'll be Souček and
I think Kudus will probably move over to the left, unless they move Bowen to the left.
No, they won't move Bowen to the left. They might play Ben Rama, but he hasn't been getting many starts recently.
No.
And he's not that sort of... You can't have Kudus and Ben Rama.
No.
Because they're not like the Paquetá and Alvarez type player.
Yeah.
Maybe he brings in another defender.
Yeah, could do. He could drop Souček deeper.
Yeah, he'll definitely do that.
And play Kudus wide on the left. Maybe. Don't know. We'll see.
But anyway, we haven't reached the front line of my team, which is Watkins, who should have had a couple of goals.
Yeah. He could
have, not should have.
I don't know. He could have had 2 in the first 15 minutes.
Yeah. And Haaland as captain.
I thought you would have gone Salah actually this week.
No. Haaland against coming back into looking like he's going, okay, right, here we go again for another little while at least.
Yeah.
And he'll probably be my captain this week.
Against Bournemouth, he has to be, hasn't he?
So, yeah. On the bench, Gabriel didn't play, and Udogie didn't play.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that Gabriel should play this week. Like a rest against Sheffield United playing Sheffield United is a good time to rest players.
Yeah, well, Odegaard got rested as well. Smith Rowe looked alright actually in his place.
Yeah.
I did quite enjoy this week. Everyone fiddling with their midfield to try and get Saka in, selling Maddison, and I just sat there and went, "Nah, keep Maddison. Try Nketiah instead." That just made the whole thing feel even better.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't have done that if I hadn't been on a wild card. I wouldn't have. I'd have kept Maddison. But on a wild card, just with the fixtures sort of coming up, maybe not this week, but in Newcastle, that's maybe a bit tired, and Arsenal have had a chance to rest a lot of players.
Yeah, they got to play West Ham tomorrow, though.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who
starts
how they line up there.
Yeah.
So, 82 points all up. And, another green arrow in the overall rank. Up to, 27,000 something. That's all right.
That's fairly good.
That's heading in the right direction. I'd like to... I think I finished 16,000 is my highest.
Right. So what's your aim then?
First.
Okay.
My aim is first.
We've all got to have ambitions.
Yeah, well, isn't your aim first?
I'd just be happy to be back in the top 10 of the Braidwood League at this stage.
Well, you're not far off that.
No, I'm getting there. I'm clawing my way up.
You're only like 11 points off it.
Is it? Oh, yeah.
Something stupid like that.
I could make it this week then, with the right choices.
You could. Okay, well, that's 2 decent weeks. Yep. Yours would be... Actually, if I had your score, I'd be inside the top 5,000.
You must have been really impressed with my score to add all those sort of things up.
No, not really. I was pleased for you, Jack, because you're sort of my apprentice.
Apprentice? Fuck off. I'm not taking that.
I wouldn't either.
No.
I knew that would get you. Go on. All right, do you want to look at predictions?
Yeah, right, why not?
From last week.
They started well for me.
They did. They started excellently for you. You did predict that Spurs would beat Palace 2-1.
Yep.
And they did. We were close with Arsenal Sheffield. We both had 4-0 and it was 5-0.
Yeah, that was an extra Nketiah goal.
Yeah, see? Yeah. He's let you down there.
Oh, I don't know. I think I'll take the hat-trick.
I got what one did I get right?
Bournemouth.
Yeah, Bournemouth against Burnley. 2-1. I did say they'd get their first win of the season. And it was a Philip Billing from a long way out. Chipped the keeper. The keeper got a hand to it, but he just couldn't keep it out.
Yeah.
But they were, I think they were good value for the win, actually.
I haven't watched it yet, so I can't comment.
The Villa-Luton game we were close with that one too. But
yeah.
Including the QPR Leicester, the special added on extra QPR at home, I said 2-all. I said 2-all.
Well, you weren't far off because they kept it to 1-all until the 80th minute.
Yeah, then it was 2-1 to Leicester.
Yeah,
but you may have done us a favour in the long run.
Probably because
Ainsworth was given that. I thought everyone's expecting Leicester to beat QPR.
So you thought they'd give them the Rotherham game?
So I thought they'd give them the Rotherham game, but they've gone, we can't afford to give them the Rotherham game. Yeah. And we've had a lot of players sent off recently, and that's a sign of frustration, I think, from the players. Because if you look at our possession stats, it's like his style of play is sit in.
Yeah.
We might get a breakaway goal. Keep it tight, we might get a goal.
Yeah.
And you would nearly rather have exciting football and getting beaten 2-1 rather than let's sit in, Dar. Again, let's...
I did like Dozzles sending off.
Yeah.
Because he fouled Fatawu, and then Fatawu got up and pushed him, and then he pushed him twice as hard, so he got 2 yellows for the same incident.
Yeah.
That was
impressive. It's becoming a popular thing to do.
Yeah.
Or getting 2 quick yellows.
Yeah. Do you see the highlights from that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Harry Winks' goal was good.
You did tell me that, and then I came home and watched that.
Probably the second best ex-Tottenham Harry goal of the weekend. Kane's was magnificent.
No, I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Oh, it was inside his own half. Just pinpoint. Keeper was out of the box. And it's fantastic.
So, with those predictions, you were equal.
Yeah.
8 points each.
Yeah.
If we're just counting Premier League, I'm ahead, but we counted the extra one.
No, that one's being counted. We've talked about it now. It's being counted.
No. We did say it's a bonus one, so it is. So that puts me, well, it's the same distance, but I'm on 75, you're on 70.
Yeah, not too bad.
Still a 5-point gap. You can catch up some this week if you like.
Oh, I'll certainly give it a shot. Probably
Okay.
get at least one right.
Well, let's start with, so this is game week 11, and let's start with Fulham at home to Man United.
No, I think we've already mentioned how bad United are.
They are, but they do win the occasional game.
They do. Not this week. Fulham 1-0.
Oh, 1-0 Fulham. Okay. I've got an away win for United. 2-1.
Don't give United wins.
I'm not giving them wins.
We want them to be relegated with Chelsea.
Oh, how good would that be?
It would be so great. And then City get deducted all the points and they go as well. Wouldn't it be great? Because that just gives less
City
clear run
won't
to
be
the
deducted
top.
points for a couple of seasons, if they do.
Unlike Everton, who might cop it this season.
Brentford at home to West Ham.
Not impressed with West Ham the last couple of weeks. But Brentford are on the up. So I got 2-1 home win.
I also have a 2-1 home win. I just think, with Paqueta and Alvarez being out, that's a big loss for them in that midfield. But I still think that West Ham can score a goal. Bowen.
Yeah,
hopefully.
of course. It's
going to be Bowen. Of course it's Bowen.
No, you know it's going to be Antonio because I sold him last week.
Yeah, but you got Nketiah in.
That's true.
So you don't care.
No, I don't care. I hadn't played Antonio in weeks. He's just sat on my bench losing money.
Unless he scores a hat-trick this week and Nketiah gets sent off, then you go, that's why.
Maybe I won't have Nketiah this week.
Why would you get rid of Nketiah?
Probably wouldn't.
Yeah, Mbumo has, what did he get last week? 13 points or something? Mbumo?
Yeah.
But that was like, I know that lots of people are going back in on him now.
Yeah, I don't think it's not a sign of...
That goal at the end was like last minute, keeper was up.
Yeah.
And he was just, I mean, he's a good player. He's a really good player. And if you had him, you would definitely hold him. But I don't think, if you don't have him, I don't think you get him in now because he's got to play Arsenal and Liverpool next.
I'm not bringing him in.
Yeah.
But
maybe in a couple of weeks when their fixtures get easier again.
Yeah, but then he might stop scoring then.
Yeah.
How many keepers were out of the box this week and led to...
Oh, yeah, the...
Because Salah's was out of the box.
Turner.
And...
Was it Turner came out of the box and...
Yeah.
Like, he was right out and the defender sort of went... The defender left it for the keeper, but the keeper was out of his box, so he couldn't
But it's almost like he forgot he was out of his box because he went to handle it and then didn't and just... Yeah. And then I think, was it... Pope, I think, might have...
Right, I didn't see...
Might have been a bit far. I'm not sure. I can't remember now. There was definitely another one.
Oh, Billings' goal. The keeper was fairly well out too.
Yeah. It's one of those weekends.
Keeper's gone mad.
Yeah.
Burnley at home to Crystal Palace.
Palace looked pretty good against Spurs.
Yeah, they made it hard for them.
Then, without Eze and Elise, they're missing that killer edge.
Yeah.
So I think probably a 1-1 draw here.
Yeah. I also think a 1-1 draw.
Yeah. I think I predict Burnley to draw 1-1 each week.
Everton at home to Brighton.
Brighton are disappointing at the moment.
Yeah.
I say that as a temporary Brighton fan.
That's right, until the lovely Leicester get back in there.
Lovely, I like that lovely Leicester. It's got a ring to it.
Well, last season they were lousy, Leicester.
I was thinking lackadaisical. Is that too big a word?
No.
Lackadaisical Leicester.
That sounds, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Everton are looking good, though.
They're looking, well, they're being able to...
Looking better.
Because they now have someone that can score goals.
Till he's injured.
Yeah.
Actually, Harrison looks really good for him. So that's someone else who can score goals.
But I think Calvert-Lewin has been... Because Deitch left him for a long time and said, no, he's not ready. Whereas before he had come in sort of with still niggling injuries, then he'd last a while. And maybe not Bamford-like, but pretty close to it.
Yeah.
But that was a lovely turn and just slotted it in.
Yeah, it was a good goal. So, 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw. I have gone a 3-1 away win.
You reckon Brighton going to finish up with their dropping points? Yeah, I'm not convinced. I think they got too many injuries at the moment.
No, they'll be right. They'll be right. Because Everton aren't still at home are not great.
No, but I just think because they've had a bit of a lift lately, I think maybe the fans might get behind them.
Old habits die hard.
Did you see Pickford and Kudus' fight?
Yeah, that was
pretty funny. Classic Pickford.
Nothing. Yeah, he just came running out and stood over him like Roy Keane over Elfing Haaland.
Yeah.
When he'd ended his career.
Yeah.
Or not quite, but close
he
to
gave it a shot.
Yeah. City at home to Bournemouth.
6-0, need I say more?
6-0?
6-0.
Is that a double Haaland hat-trick?
No, 6-0 to Bournemouth, obviously.
Oh, right. Billing's going to get a couple.
Yeah, no. Yeah, City.
6-0?
6-0.
Okay, I'm just
it could be 9,
again.
though. It could get another manager sacked.
No. It's 4-0 for me.
4-0?
For City, obviously.
Okay.
Sheffield United at home to Wolves, who will be probably without Neto.
Yeah. It was pretty influential for them.
Yeah.
But they just play such nice football.
They're playing very well.
And I want to say it now. I want to get it on record because I actually think this will happen.
Okay.
Gary O'Neill, next England manager.
Oh, you think he gets the job ahead of Eddie Howe?
I think Eddie Howe sort of said he's put himself out of the race. That doesn't mean anything. Because if they come offering the job, he might just say, I'll take it. But
Or if he
gets sacked.
The owners of Newcastle go, oh, we'd like thank you very much for your service, but we can afford this manager now.
Yeah. Welcome, Jose Mourinho.
Oh, no.
I got this feeling on Gary O'Neill because of what he's been doing with what he did with Bournemouth last year, and what he's turned Wolves into a great team to watch. I think O'Neill could be the next England manager.
Right.
So I'm putting that on record.
Okay.
Not putting money on it, but I'm putting it on record.
So they're going from a Gareth to a Gary.
Yeah. So to enhance that sort of winning feeling around Gary O'Neill, 3-0 to Wolves.
3-0 to Wolves.
Even without Neto.
I have a very different scoreline.
Sheffield getting a win?
No. It's a 1-1 draw.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't. Now that I say it, sounds ridiculous.
Yeah. Have you seen Sheffield recently?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I have.
They're starting Brewster again, for God's sake.
How long do you think before he goes? Is it Fleckenbottom? Heckenbottom.
Fleckenbottom.
I was thinking of...
I was wondering what he was going on about then.
Thinking of the Brentford keeper.
Yeah.
Heckenbottom.
I don't know. I don't think they have enough money to sack him.
Newcastle at home to Arsenal. That's quite a big game, isn't it?
This took me ages to come up with a prediction. I did all the others and did this one last.
Right.
I looked through betting tips. I went back through all the past results in the last, 5 weeks or something. And everything was pointing towards Arsenal winning it. So 2-1 Newcastle.
Okay, 2-1 Newcastle.
I just got this feeling at St James's. If this was it at the Emirates, is the Emirates or the Etihad? Etihad.
No, it's not.
No,
it's the Emirates.
Emirates.
Etihad City.
Whatever.
Sorry.
They're both airlines, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. If it was at the Emirates, then I'd say it was Arsenal, definitely. But St James's is a different place.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping...
But it can also be a very quiet place if the other team scores.
Yeah, can be. But I don't know. I could be completely off the mark with this one.
So what did you say?
2-1.
2-1 to Newcastle.
Yeah.
I've got a 1-0 away win.
Yeah, that's probably a much saner.
I think Martinelli's going to have a good game here.
Are you bringing him in?
No. I've got Saka.
I think Nketiah's going to have the one in my prediction. He's going to poach it.
Maybe he'll have the one in my prediction too.
That'll be alright because you don't have Nketiah.
And then he'd get, if being the only goal of the game, he'd like to get 3 bonus points.
Yeah. So. Could walk away with, 9 points?
Yeah. Forest at home to Villa.
Yeah. They don't have Chris Wood now either.
Oh, don't they?
No. It was Elanga started up run against Liverpool.
Yeah.
So, a bit down on players. Thinking 3-2-1 to Villa. But it could be more. Villa are hard to predict at the moment.
Well, no one has scored more goals this season than Villa.
Yeah.
26, same as Newcastle.
It's probably a Forest win then.
They're still not bad at home.
Yeah, that's why I put the scoreline down at 2-1. If it was at Villa Park, I'd probably be going like 4-1.
I also have 2-1 to Villa. Luton at home to Liverpool.
3-0 Liverpool.
I also have 3-0 Liverpool.
Yeah. What can you say? Luton are alright. They're just not good enough to keep Liverpool out.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. London Derby. Last game of the week. Spurs at home to Chelsea, who are just so... Well, every time we predict they're going to win, they lose.
Yeah. So they're hot and cold. So
I think they sort of... I think they do have a plan, sort of. They've got a lot of injuries.
Yeah. They got a lot of players too, though.
Oh, that's true.
So I've gone with a Spurs win.
Yes.
Simple 2-1 home win, which by the look of your face is the same as yours.
Yeah, I've got a Spurs 2-1 win as well.
But I've only done that because I thought you would go with a Spurs win. And I'd want to get back ahead in the predictions, or at least keep...
That's no way to get back in the predictions.
I know, but
I've got different.
I've got a couple of other wild ones like Fulham beating Man United.
That's true. That's not that wouldn't be that wild if it came off, to be honest.
No. So my gut feeling though was Chelsea 1-0 win. But I will predict 2-1 to Spurs. But just stating for the record for posterity.
That you only copied me, just...
Yeah, basically, yeah.
But we've got 5. We've got 5 exactly the same this week.
Yeah.
We are getting more and more similar.
Yeah, so...
And we'll not mention Gary's 2 Peds in the podcast.
Well, I think you just did.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I did too. Anyway, that concludes the predictions.
It does indeed.
For Game Week 11. What are you doing with your team this week?
That's the question, isn't it?
Well, it is a question, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a few options. My first thought was roller transfer.
Yep.
I do have Maddison and Son and Udogie playing Chelsea and Gordon, Trippier and Byrne and Nketiah all playing in the same game. That's trouble. So obviously Byrne and Udogie would be benched.
Unless it's a high-scoring draw.
Yeah, but I've got this feeling it could be a low-scoring game week. So I could leave it alone.
Hold on, low-scoring game week. You have City winning 6-0.
Yeah, but it's City. Quite often my predictions don't reflect...
You got a 3-0 for Wolves. You got a 3-0 for Liverpool.
No, I'm talking about not goals. I'm talking about fantasy game week.
Oh, you're talking about your team.
No, because if you look at the players a lot of teams have,
Yeah.
Is there not? It just doesn't look like that sort of week where everything's going to gel for a massive...
Except for Haaland captain.
Except for Haaland captain, yeah. So the second and third options I'm looking at is targeting a Wolves player who've got Sheffield.
Right.
Because I think they'll beat Sheffield.
Yep. You think they'll beat them 3-0? Is it?
I do. There's with Neto out, you've got to wonder about the...
Yeah.
But yeah, Hwang for Gordon is an option.
That's just... What are the fixtures like coming up?
Well, that's it, because I think Newcastle have got not a bad run of fixtures. Neither the Wolves, though. So I think, yeah... It's 50-50 whether I do that. It's just for 1 week, really, and I'm not sure I want to lose the value on Gordon.
Yeah,
doing that move, but Hwang is in form.
He is,
and Gordon looked tired in the last game. So then, if I discount that, it brings me to option 2, which is a big punt, which Nketiah was last week.
Well, yeah, I was going to say big punts sometimes pay off.
Yeah.
But you can't do too.
You can't do too many of them. Almost.
Was that?
It almost sounded like an innuendo, that, didn't it? So it could be Archer out and Kolasinac in.
Oh, I've got Kolasinac. Yeah.
I've got a feeling Kolasinac will start in the middle and Cunha will be moved out into Neto's spot.
Well, that's the Fantasy 5 thing. I looked at it this week, and the Wolves game is one of the games on it.
Yeah,
and I picked him as the player to do past his points.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean anything, of course.
No,
I'm pretty poor at that.
Yeah, and then if I do that, then it's going to be either Gordon or Nketiah benched. Probably Gordon with Nketiah coming off a hat trick. I think he's worth having in.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think I've got $500,000 in the bank. I think Kolasinac is either 4.9 or 5.
Right, so he's...
Archer's 4.5. Get rid of him. Bring Kolasinac in. If he gets something against Sheffield, great. Then I just move him on. Maybe even bring Archer back in to recoup the funds in a couple of weeks when Neto's back.
That sounds reasonable.
Yeah, it could work. It could be another hat-trick.
Yeah. This week, I'm going to roll.
See, after I've gone through all that wheeling and dealing, and you're just going, I'm going to roll.
I'm going to roll. I think the biggest choice this week is whether to have Turner or Areola in goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to put Areola in goal. Yeah. Only because no one scored more goals than Villa.
Turner against Villa's not hurt.
No, it doesn't fill me with confidence. Neither does Areola at Brentford, but it could be a close game.
See, I'll have Flecken in for Brentford.
Yeah.
So I'll be hoping...
Well, I'm hoping Bowen scores 3 then. I'm hoping I'm way wrong on the predictions.
A 0-0 draw would suit us both.
Oh, you see, there's always a middle ground.
Except you wouldn't have points off Bowen. So it'd probably suit me better.
Bowen could still get a bonus point.
No, Bowen steps up, takes penalty, and Flecken saves it.
That sounds ridiculous. I'd rather have Mbumo stepping up and Areola saves it.
Well,
you don't have Mbumo, so give me that. If you're not going to have Bowen scoring for me.
So what if they both step up and miss penalties and both the keepers save them?
No, because then... No, that's not nice for me.
Maybe you should sell Bowen.
I'm not selling Bowen. Not with a run coming up.
Get Kudus.
He's a very good player. I like him, but I'm not getting him because he's not. Where do we go next? The QPR's new manager?
Oh, yeah. We could talk about him.
What do you know about him?
Nothing. I wasn't even sure exactly how to pronounce his name until this afternoon.
What, Marti?
Marti.
You were confused with Marti?
Yeah, it's too many letters.
Marti Cifuentes.
Cifuentes. Yeah, definitely an STD, that one.
That's not nice for our lovely new Spanish manager. He speaks English very well, actually.
Does he?
Yeah, I think he was at Millwall for a bit.
Do they speak English at Millwall?
Well, I don't know. You could best take that up with Millwall fans.
I'm not even sure where Millwall is.
He hasn't managed any big clubs, obviously.
But yeah, he's at QPR, so.
But I was going, oh no, they've got one of these young progressive managers. That's not really what QPR need.
Yeah. They need a Sean Dyche.
But he's been in. There you go. He came into Norwegian club Sandefjord. Maybe that's how you say it, I don't know. They had only scored 5 points from their opening 12 games. We've got 8 points from our opening 14.
Not much difference there.
And they lost, after he came in, they lost just 6 of their 18 remaining games. But they did get relegated still. So that's not good. We've got 32 games to go.
Yeah.
Because it's the championship.
God, is it that long to go?
Yeah.
I was getting ready for the promotion party.
There's 32 games to go.
Shit. It's a long season in this championship.
Yeah, it is. It is. But he stayed with them, and then they got promoted this first full season in charge. So even if we go down, that could be...
He could come back.
That could be a good thing to have a manager like that who's done that sort of thing before. I know it's not in the English leagues, but...
Well, even if you do come back up, we won't be there, so...
Nah. We'd be playing Chelsea.
And United. And Sheffield.
So I'm hoping that he's got long enough. I mean, 32 games is a long time.
That's almost an entire Premier League season.
We are struggling.
Yeah.
And that's... Yeah. But he could change it around. Look at him. Look at his lovely coat there. He's pointing. Old managers, if you want to be a good manager, you've got to be able to have a good point.
Well, yeah, that's what was wrong with your last one, because every time I saw a picture of him, he had his hands in his pockets, looking a bit cool.
Well, you can't look cool if you're pointing.
Yeah, you kind of look concerned if you're pointing.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you. Not there, there.
Yeah, he's too cool to tell people where they go.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think he got told where he could go.
He did. Someone did point him to the door. There it is. There.
That's what Marty's pointing at. He's walked into the QPR ground, pointed.
Are you still here?
Yeah.
There's the door. Yeah, all right. You think being a rock star, did he smash up the office, throw the monitor out the window before he left, drank all the stuff in the mini bar?
No, that's too cool.
Pissed on the carpet.
That's too cool for QPR.
Yeah, but it's Gareth Ainsworth, mate. He's a rock star.
Yeah.
He would have done that before he left for sure.
We'll see. I don't think there'll be a video leak, to be honest.
No.
Of him doing that.
No.
So we probably won't see.
I just imagined it already. Smashed it up and just gone.
There might be...
Drank everything in the mini bar, smashed up the room, monitors out the window. Well, what's his first game in charge is against Rotherham, who are one place above us in the relegation zone. So
yeah, their last five is a little more colourful than yours.
Yeah, we're all just red. Last five losses in a row. We're already 6 points from safety.
Yeah,
I know that's not much when there's 32 games still to be played, but there's only been 14 games played and we're 6 points away from safety.
It's looking dodgy. Should we go to the other end of the
but
table?
On the on the plus side, we're only 15 points off the playoff places.
God, if you got into the playoff places, that would be the biggest upset of the season.
I would like just to be... Look, there's time, actually. There's time for us to get up in there. If we
time,
have a good run...
I don't think you've got
If
the
he comes
squad
in
for it.
and goes... like players just go, oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
We're allowed to play football now. And
have you got the
go on a
depth to do
miraculous...
that, though?
No, we don't.
No.
We don't at all. And we can't get any players in the January transfer window. We're still suffering from the financial fair play thing.
How long's that embargo been on?
Well, I think you've got to pay back the fine before it goes off.
So,
I don't know what... I'm not really sure. I haven't looked into it that much. But I know that we still are only getting players on a free or on loan, basically.
Right. Yeah, see...
So we could lose our best players in January, especially if we're still bottom.
Yeah.
They could all just go, I've had enough, mate.
Sheffield Wednesday about to have the same trouble.
Yeah.
Have you seen their owner, what he's been doing?
No.
The fans want him out, but then they wanted transfers in, so he turned around and said,
Oh, yes,
I'm
I
not
did
putting my
see
money
that.
in.
Yeah.
And so they owe money to do with financial fair play. And today he came out and said, it's £2 million. You don't want me here. If you love the club so much, if all of you get together and raise £2 million, you pay it off. Otherwise, you're not going to have transfers for 3 years. That's
nice.
yeah. They might get Vardy on a free.
You reckon he'll come back to save him?
Could do. Anyway, that's back at the wrong end of the table.
At the top end, where you got? Oh, Leicester.
Green. That's a W's.
Yeah, you're still only, 5 points clear at the moment, but Ipswich have a game in hand.
Yeah. I'm pretty happy with how they go on, though.
I'd be quite happy with that too.
Yeah. It's
Well,
more fun than
they
last
lost one
season.
game.
Yeah, they lost a whole.
Still haven't drawn a game though.
But look what they've done. They've the Foxes have eaten the Canaries.
Yeah.
They've eaten the Robins.
Yes.
They've eaten the Swans.
This is beginning.
And the Rangers couldn't even move them out the Queen's Park.
How long have you been working on that?
About 4 days.
It wasn't worth it.
I think it was.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
So you saw the highlights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you notice how great Mavididi looks?
Yeah.
That is the pickup of
Yeah.
the season. Because he was not a goal scorer at his old club. He's from Arsenal's academy.
Okay.
And since he's come to Leicester, he's added goals to his game.
Are you thinking next season? Him
Him or McAteer, yeah.
You did mention McAteer a few times.
He's just come back from injury.
I think that's probably way too much of Leicester.
Couldn't it be too much?
It was a good amount of QPR for a change. Well, it was sort of sort of feeling a little bit like Lockie at the moment with Chelsea. I have hope again for a little bit
Until the weekend.
Until we get beaten by Rotherham.
I'm scared Leicester might get done by Leeds this week, actually.
Troy wouldn't say anything if that happened, would he?
No, I saw Troy on Saturday. He looked quite glum. I think that's because his tomatoes got hit by the frost. And Leeds had just lost to Stoke.
Well, it's probably more the Stoke than the frost or the tomato. Surely, to cover your tomatoes.
He said he did. He said he did cover them.
Oh, really?
The frost still got him. Yeah, he looked quite sad. I felt bad for him. Then I thought, no, fuck it. He knocked me off the top in that.
Oh, that's right.
15,
He's your nemesis.
16
I forgot. He's your nemesis.
I know. Like I said, I felt quite bad, and then I went, no, he deserved it. I sent the frost to him.
Did you?
Yeah, we didn't get any at our place. I just went, there's a map. Go over to where Troy is. Not entirely sure where he is. I've got an idea. Just go and freeze his tomatoes.
That's a bit nasty, but anyway.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
That's just how you roll, isn't it?
Yeah, that's how I roll.
All right. Do you want to have a look at our leagues?
Unless you want to talk about championships and more.
Not this week. We can talk about it when QPR have their new manager installed.
Okay.
And his first win under his belt. That could be a few weeks away.
Yeah, better look at the leagues then.
All right. Well, we'll start with the main league because it's just looking particularly nice at the moment. Top 5. Do you want to go down? We'll go down a bit further this time.
Yeah,
we don't have to go down. We don't have to go down
away.
just as far to see where you are.
16th.
16th, exactly the same points as Patrick.
Yeah, I think I've jumped from 28th to 16th in 2 game weeks.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good going.
That's not bad. But things, it's still pretty tight there.
Yeah.
I mean, you're only, 80-something behind me?
84, I think.
On top?
Well, if I keep outscoring you by 20-odd points, I'll be there in 4 weeks. Less than 4 weeks.
I don't think you'll be there in 4 weeks.
Yeah, stranger things have happened.
I can't remember any stranger things than that. And I'm 53.
I'm trying to think of stranger things, but...
QPR being in an FA Cup final, mate.
Did that happen?
It did happen in 1981.
See, I'm too young to remember that. Because I wasn't born.
That's right. I remember it well. Had to watch it with my brother, who's a Spurs fan. He went to a replay.
And Spurs won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did. Anyway, enough of that. I just got sad there for a minute. I went right back then to when I was crying my eyes out before we equalised. And then got to cry them out again on the Wednesday night with the replay. Excellent. All right, that's enough of you. The top 5. Gary's back in the top 5.
Yeah. Even with his slightly odd transfer this week.
What was his transfer this week?
He brought in...
Let's have a look.
Adingra.
Adingra's not a weird transfer.
But then he spent 4 and brought in Mateta.
And put him on the bench.
For
last place on the bench.
He sold Morris, who was on his bench, and brought in Mateta and put him on the bench. And I said, why'd you do that? And he said, because Mateta's got good fixtures coming. And
so he's preparing.
And he wanted to cash some money in. But Mateta's not the starting striker.
No.
So I don't know.
You think, is he losing it? Is he losing his grip on the Fantasy League reality?
Maybe. I don't know. It's an odd decision. I did question him about it, but, I let him get on with it.
Oh, look, he had Martinez as well.
Oh, he's so angry about that. he has not stopped going on about that.
Didn't he find it funny?
No, usually he does, but he's like really, he's pissed.
Oh, look, he had Martinez with 0, Trippier with 0.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
And he's got a 6-point...
Haaland saved his week, and Diaby.
Yeah, he's got a 6-point defender on the bench that he surely would have wanted.
Yeah, well, I had that 6-point defender on my bench too, but I had 2 defenders not playing, so I was lucky. All right, he's in 4th.
No, he's in 5th.
Or he's in 5th, sorry. In 4th is our mate Leo.
Oh, yeah.
We've had on the podcast. He's phoned in.
He's fallen.
He hasn't fallen. He's slipped a little.
Didn't he say he was going camping or something? He wasn't going to do it.
Oh, maybe.
I seem to remember from that phone call.
Well, he's slipped to 4th. Arlo's jumped to 3rd.
He's having a good season.
He is. He does have a few injuries to deal with this week.
Yeah.
He still has Solly March, and Isaac is now injured. Udogie probably will play this week.
Gusto could get dropped for Reece James.
And Gusto, yeah.
Back.
I don't think Gusto played this week.
Yeah, I think
he did. He?
And then Reece James... Oh, no, he didn't.
No.
Yeah. But Reece James will only be back for like a week or 2, and then he'll be out for 6 months again.
Possibly. That would be a shame. He's definitely, if he comes back and he starts, he's definitely one to keep an eye on because he's just so good when he is playing.
For those 2 weeks.
If you can get him for those 2 weeks, if you can predict when he's going to play those 2 weeks. Then the top 2 are the same. Gary Quattromini's still 2nd. He's having a good season so
He didn't even get the average this week, though.
No, that was... I'm sort of thankful for that because I was playing him in the head-to-head.
And you smashed him by quite a bit.
Oh, what? 18 points?
Yeah, that's 1 more point than Nketiah had.
You don't have to bring up the Nketiah.
I counted Nketiah.
Bring up the Nketiah move
again.
I
top scored by an Nketiah.
Did you?
Yeah, I think Emmy got 2nd highest.
88.
And I got 105.
Which is...
17 points.
That is in Nketiah.
Yeah.
That is how it is measured. You sort of took the shine off me being top there.
Yeah,
you just went back into Nketiah.
Yeah. I'm going to live it up because I have had crap season. Like last season was crap. This season's not been good. So I'm just going to enjoy it while I can.
Well, I'm top here.
I feel crap now.
Anyway. In the head-to-head league, I'm not top. But I'm moving up. Slowly.
We're all moving up. Well, not all of us.
Did you move up again?
Yeah.
Oh, look, you're 4 places off the bottom now.
Yeah.
You could move up another place next week.
Yeah.
Play your cards right.
Don't know who I'm playing though.
I'm 9th, creeping up, but I'm not too far off the top, like 4 points off the top. But in the top 5, we have Tiny at 5th. He's the same points as Gary Quattramini. And then the top 3 are all just separated by total points. We've got Arlo. He's moved up to the top ahead of Rebecca and Leo, who've been in the top 5 for ages, really.
Yeah, it's time for a fall from grace.
I thought I'd do... Because Gary was top last week. I tried to do Leo a favour, being like... Because he came on the podcast.
Well, you weren't trying to do Leo a favour, were you? You're just trying to be mean to the Englishman.
I don't try. It's just a natural thing. Yeah, so that's the top 5 there. Games this week. Who do you play this week? Do you know? I've got my nephew.
Who I smashed by 50 points.
Who you beat last week. You might have angered him.
It was a clean 50 points too.
It was. I think the only way he beats me this week, he's already played his wildcard. He needs to play a chip to beat me, really.
He could do that.
He could do that, but he won't.
No?
Nah.
It's too serious.
He won't do it.
For bragging rights, it could be... I thought George was going to do it on me the other week, just for...
Yeah.
Although George has got Johnny this week, he could... he likes a bit of...
You've got Nigel Wilson, Saka's neighbour.
Oh, yeah. Has he got Saka?
I'm not sure. Of course he does.
Yeah. He's going to be leaning over the fence going to Saka. Hey, score a goal this week.
Score a goal this week. I won't piss on your lettuces.
Yeah. He left some points on the bench last week. Neto and Ferguson.
Yeah. Oh, Ferguson's goal was taken really nicely, wasn't it?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen that one? Yeah, you did. So you have Nigel. I've got Nicky. What about the top? Who's Arlo got? Arlo's up against Haley, who Emmy beat last week. Emmy was second highest scorer.
But you know who was highest scorer?
Brian Nketiah.
Brian Nketiah.
No, do tell.
Yeah, oh, it was me.
Oh, really?
Do you want to know the story about how I sold Antonio and brought in Nketiah?
Is it one you're gonna tell your kids, grandkids, if you ever have any?
Yeah, well, I think it's.
Are the name's gonna be Eddie?
Yeah, Eddie and Nketiah. Yeah, I think it's the greatest thing I've ever done in my life. My life's been pretty unfulfilled up until this point. And I think this is the turning point. You know, this is the start of
it's your everything clicking into
fame, glory, drug addiction,
fall from grace.
Probably would avoid drowning in my hot tub.
You'd have to buy one first, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I just hear that's what celebrities like to do at the moment. That might be too dark. Anyway, back to football.
And then I think we've got second against third, don't we? I did see that earlier because I wrote that thing, didn't I? Gary is playing Rebecca.
That's a draw then.
No, it's not a draw. I don't know who wins that. Probably Gary. He still has his wild card. He's going to hold that. He's going to hold that until game week 18 when City and Brentford blank.
Seems a long time to hold it. I'd just only have one City player.
He'll hold it because he does that sort of thing. Doesn't like playing away points and doesn't like playing chips.
Well, I played away 16 points in 2 weeks and scored over 200. No, just under 200 points in 2 weeks. So I'd say that was reasonable. Oh no, it was in 3 weeks. I spent 16 points in 3 weeks and scored well over 200 points in 3 weeks. So that's probably a case for spending points.
If you can bring in the right players, yeah.
Yeah. Like
that's the key. Who?
Yeah. See, Gary should have known that. He's an Arsenal fan.
He was kicking himself that he took Mbeumo out.
Did he take Mbeumo out?
He did.
That's great.
Leo plays Lockie.
Oh, yeah.
And then Tony plays Damien Roberts.
And that's it.
That's it. Is that it?
I think so.
That is it.
It feels like we just came to a really
we just came to
a sudden.
We sort of tapered off there. I think I'm all I think I've been battered with Nketiah.
Nketiah and Leicester.
I've been bludgeoned with Nketiah and Leicester. All right. Well, thanks, Jack.
Yeah, thanks, Keith. We can get on with this bottle of cider now.
We can.
It's new cider.